So there was some news that happened yesterday in the NFL. Not big news, but I want to talk about it. The San Francisco 49ers signed Josh Rosen off of the Tampa Bay Bucs practice squad. I want to talk about it because, let's be honest, Josh Rosen, in his career thus far, hasn't really gotten a fair shake. So I talk about that 2018 draft class, and quarterback-wise, first-round quarterbacks you had. Baker went 1, Darnold went 3, you had Allen in there, you had Lamar going 32nd, and Josh Rosen was in there. So right now, Baker looks good. His team's going to make the playoffs. Darnold hasn't looked great, but the Jets are a dumpster fire, and seeing as how they potentially lost out on the first overall pick, he might continue to be their starting quarterback because they're not going to get Trevor Lawrence. Josh Allen, stud. Looks to be a stud. I didn't think he was going to be a stud. I thought he was going to be the worst of the 5. Looks like a stud. And Lamar Jackson, stud. Already won an MVP. But Josh Rosen, man. So Sam Darnold hasn't gotten a fair shake, but he's still the starting quarterback of the New York Jets. Josh Rosen really did not get a fair go at it because got drafted by the Cardinals, had what was a rookie year, 11 touchdowns, 14 picks, had some flashes. I mean, who was he throwing to? Like, in Arizona, it's not like, oh, well, Kyler's doing well in Arizona. Yep, Kyler is doing well in Arizona. They got him an offensive-minded coach that fits the system, that fits the style that he played in college. It worked out. They did everything for Kyler to be successful. Josh Rosen, when he was there, he had a 1-year head coach. So Steve Wilkes was the head coach. Defensive-minded. Probably shouldn't have been a head coach because he only lasted 1 year. Weapons, right? Kyler Murray has D-Hop. Christian Kirk was in his second year. Larry Fitz was Josh Rosen's best weapon. He was his best weapon. And Larry Fitz is old now. He's a stud. OG. Love Larry Fitz. But, he's old now. He was old 2 years ago. The running back at that point, they didn't have Chase Edmonds and Kenyon Drake. I can't remember who the running back was then, but not as good as a running game now. And it's just, he wasn't set up to succeed. He was not set up to succeed in Arizona. And then when they got the first overall pick and Kyler Murray was the guy, and they, signed Clint Kingsbury to be the coach, and then they got Kyler Murray, the writing was on the wall. So we only got 1 year. That's unheard of. First round pick only getting 1 year and then getting shipped out. He goes to Miami. Granted, you could say that, Miami traded for him to be the guy because they traded a second round pick for him. He was drafted in the first round, but when you trade a second round pick, that kind of means that you see some potential and you want this guy to do some things, but he just didn't look good in Miami. And Fitzpatrick being Fitzpatrick, he kind of took that job and really dominated with it. And ever since, Rosen's been on practice squad with the Bucs practice squad. Now, granted, there's only 2 games left. So I think Mullens for the Niners, he's out for the rest of the year. Obviously, Garoppolo, they don't think he's going to play. They like Beathard. I don't think he's going to play, which kind of sucks because I would like to see what Rosen could do, especially with Kyle Shanahan. I think that's a good fit for him. And potentially with the Niners moving on from Jimmy G at the end of this year, they're going to draft someone. Zach Wilson's tied to them if they can get him. They're going to be in that position where they might be able to get him. But man, Josh Rosen, I would like to see him get a shot at least next year, even if they draft a quarterback, to stay on the team. I hope they re-sign him and get a chance to compete, because I think Rosen in a Kyle Shanahan offense could be decent. And I think Rosen, again, got a fair shake. There was a reason he was the 10th overall pick. There was a reason we talked about this guy since he was a freshman at UCLA, putting hot tubs in his dorm room. That was one reason we talked about him, but he was good at football. So I would like to see him get a shot. Now, granted, do I think he can be a Pro Bowl MVP caliber quarterback? No. But I didn't think Josh Allen could be that either. And Josh Allen appears that he might be that. So, at the very least, I would like to see Rosen get some time to be like, okay, he doesn't have. There's a reason why the Cardinals moved on from him for Kyler Murray, and there's a reason that he wasn't the Dolphins guy. But I think he deserves that chance. I'm excited. I hope that he does get it in San Francisco. Maybe not this week. They just signed him, but maybe he gets the shot the last game of the year to see what he could do. And if he does get that shot, I can promise you I'll be watching.